All right, today is Saturday, December 26, 2020. It's the day after Christmas. I hope everybody had a good Christmas out there, or happy holidays, whatever you want to call it. I haven't touched this car in a month. I haven't actually done anything in a month. Well, a couple days ago I came out here, I took this fender off. Because I've learned that you got to put the filler in here first. So I came out here. Well, for those who don't know, the reason why I haven't messed with anything in a month is because we got COVID. Everybody in my house got COVID. For those who don't know, I work around COVID. I've been around hundreds of cases since March on the daily basis, and I guess it eventually got me. So we didn't do much for a month. Everybody's cases were mild. Treated it with over-the-counter medication. It required no hospitalization or anything that severe of that nature. So if anybody wants to know more about that or that experience, I guess you could send me a message. I'm not going to go into too much detail in the video of that. Anyways, back to the subject. So the other night I came out here and I took the fender off because, like I say, this headlight bucket thing, they need to go on first. Got them, they're repop. Naturally, they don't fit very good. So the fender has to come off. I started messing with it. I got it off. I got it on. I'm trying to figure out the sequence of this, and the fender. So it's a little nerve-wracking since the fender's painted and the door's painted and everything is painted. I'm wrestling with it by myself out here. So I got some help on the way. We got Bobby G on the way over here. Hopefully we get those headlight buckets in. We can get the splash guard in or splash pan. We can get the upper grill in. I have a grill. Brand new, got brand new headlight bezels, got brand new upper grill, bumpers ready, everything's ready. I haven't started this car yet. Like I say, I haven't done anything literally in a month. All I need is a battery, clean up some wiring on the starter, transmission fluid, need to put some power steering fluid, some gasoline, and it should crank. So what's left on this car is to get it running. You got to bleed the brakes. Right now the brakes are dry. There's no fluid in the system, so got to bleed the brakes, got to get it running. I got to get a drive shaft. I got to wet sand and buff the fenders in the hood, put the front end together. I'm going to cut the front springs, maybe a turn, get it down a little lower. I got to get a radio. The front seat is done. I got to put the front seat in, put the steering wheel on, and the car should be pretty much complete. So I'm not very far away. I was really hoping to get this thing done by New Year, but like I say, I got a little sick, so I couldn't do much. I did get the door panels on. One day I was feeling pretty good. It was really exhausting. I came out here and worked for like maybe 2 hours, and that was it. I was out of there. So, but door panels are on. I went with 64 armrests, 62, 3, and 4 armrests. I like them. They're a little more sleek than the 61. I sold my 61s last night on Instagram, so it's good. So, like I say, front seat's ready to go in. It's inside the house. It's already covered and all that. Steering wheel's already painted, so we're at the finish line. So I guess I bring you guys back once we get some work in and get this fender back on. All right, so here we are, Sunday morning. We wrapped this up yesterday. 2 people. It took us about 4 or 5 hours. It was quite a task to take this front clip off and without scratching up all the paint and stuff. We did get a couple chips here and there, mainly around the bolts, but just going to dab a little bit of paint, and you shouldn't be able to see it. So the process for these, like I said, I'd never put a 61 together, and honestly, I don't know if it's right, but it fits and everything is tight, so whatever. The process for this was the radiator support was first, which pretty easy, bolts down on the frame there, and then we hung the wheel wells by 1 bolt there, and a jack stand underneath the wheel well. Okay, and then this piece, which these are aftermarket, and honestly, they fit like crap, but we were able to get them on. We did have to trim them a little bit so they could slide in easier. I have my old ones over there, and it's amazing how easy the old ones slide right in the fender, effortlessly. Excuse me, and just fall right in place, man. And these things, man, it's monkey business, man. So we had to trim them around the edges a little bit to make them a little bit smaller, and they didn't line up so great here, so we had to notch this. It just took a little bit of work, man, a little bit of trial and error. So you hang the wheel wells with those one bolt that I showed and a jack stand, and then we bolted these in to the fenders, and then the fender goes on with that piece. And there's 3 bolts here, the bolts across the top, bolts to the hinge, and then the wheel well bolts along the bottom, naturally, the wheel opening. And then, you know, we had to line it up a little bit in the door jamb. So we got it lined up pretty good. Might do a little bit of tweaking afterwards, but we were able to get this on. So then the lower splash guard goes on. That's pretty straightforward, just 3 bolts on each. Boom, boom, boom. And then the upper grill, we mocked it up yesterday, the upper grill piece, but I'm missing a trim for that. But I do have the upper grill, but I'm missing the little 2 pieces that go in front, so I got to order those. And then the grill goes in and the headlight buckets, and we kind of mocked everything up. I didn't really take any pictures yesterday because it wasn't quite complete, but just glad to get this piece on the car and the other piece ready to go, because they're big pieces, and man, they've been laying around on the shelf painted for a few months, and you know, it's just a matter of time before they get, you know, shelf wear or whatever, moving around and stuff. So anyways, the front end is coming together. Like I say, I got a brand new grill, got a brand new upper grill, headlight bezels, the bumper's replated. I gotta figure out the front valances if I'm gonna fix the ones I have or order new ones. So we're moving right along. So I'm thinking next week we're gonna get back on the 64 here for my buddy. And last we left off, I had to actually leave a note to self on where we left off, because it's been a few weeks. So we're getting ready to block this thing 2K, block the 2K in 180 and see what we got, and go through the process from there. So I'm thinking if weather permits, if it's not too cold, this thing should have some color on it. Like I say, weather permits, I'm thinking a month from now or a month from next week. If it's warm enough, if it's at least 60-something degrees, we can get it done. So it should be done pretty quick there. And we're just plugging away at this. So hope you guys enjoyed the update. Hope everyone's safe out there. Put your mask on. Could save your life. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.